Okay, so we're going to be talking about the PPF.
Okay.
So what do you think the PPF is about? What is it trying to explain?
I've got no idea.
Okay. Okay. It's a very simple explanation about how economics works. Okay. So it's important that you do understand the PPF. So the PPF deals with concepts such as opportunity cost. And another concept is efficiency. Okay, so it illustrates how a society, an individual, or any economic entity decides how to allocate available resources. Okay, so normally they pose a situation of a community that has given resources, and then they say, how does it allocate those resources to produce two products like beer and bread? Okay, so you will then draw a graph, and on each of these axes you will place the product. Now I'm going to use a little bit of an unorthodox product.
Okay.
How many babies should die in South Africa because we don't have the resources to buy incubators? How many babies do you think should die? If I say to you currently 1,000 babies die because we don't have the resources, that obviously isn't a good thing. Okay. So on this axis we'll say no baby should die, or 1,000 babies should live. So these are the amount of babies that should live. So if we used all of our resources, we could achieve that objective. Okay, but a society can't just achieve one objective. So for example, how many rhinos should die in South Africa because they've been poached? What do you think?
None.
None. Okay, so the same thing there. And so if we used all of our resources, and let's say currently 1,000 rhinos get killed because we haven't got the resources, we now have to decide as a society, how are we going to allocate a given set of resources? Now let's say it costs 100 Rand or 1,000 Rand. So 1,000 babies die, and to save those babies we need an incubator, and the incubator costs 10,000 Rand. So 10,000, that times 10,000, 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. So if we had a budget of 10 million Rand, we now have to allocate that 10 million Rand to save babies, and let's say it also costs 10,000 Rand to equip a person to save a rhino. So we now have to allocate the resources between saving babies or saving rhinos. Okay, so we've got 10 million Rand, it costs 10,000 Rand to save a baby, it costs 10,000 Rand to save a rhino. We now need to allocate our resources in such a way that we optimize the outcome. So how would you split the money? How many babies should die? How many rhinos? Are you an environmentalist or are you a humanist?
Human, definitely.
Okay, so even if all 1,000 rhinos die and we save all the babies, you would be perfectly happy?
No.
Not?
But
Okay, but let's say, so that would be one scenario.
okay.
Okay, that would be one scenario. We put all our resources into saving babies, none in saving rhinos.
Okay.
Okay, so we save 0 rhinos and 1,000 babies, and we've spent the 10 million rand.
Right.
Do you understand that
Yes.
concept?
Yes.
Now, for every rhino that we want to save, a baby must die. Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, as we allocate resources towards rhinos, we will lose babies. Okay, so if we save 1,000 rhinos, how many babies will live?
No.
0. Okay, so you've got that concept. So the first thing is choice. So the PPF, the production possibilities frontier, illustrates choice. You have to choose between babies and rhinos. Okay, so you understand that concept. Now,